driver's dilemma and a buyer beware. And that exactly is where our troubleshooters get into gear. The warning to consumers when buying a vehicle, and it's a warning one Corpus Christi woman wishes she knew about, especially after buying a used car. Who else but our Andy Lascano live in the studio? And Andy, it seems like another situation where you wouldn't think twice about it, but again, I guess the lesson, do your homework.
Well, you wouldn't think twice about it,
right,
because you tell me that your payments are on time and up to date, and she might not be completely out of the woods just yet. This was Angelica Garcia's 25-year wedding anniversary gift from her husband, a 2018 Mercedes-Benz. On July 18th, as Garcia was coming out of a restaurant, she saw something no one ever wants to see. Her car hooked up to a tow truck, about to be towed away, about to be repoed.
That was humiliating and embarrassing. I felt like I was sinking through a hole while everyone in the restaurant and my friends were watching.
Garcia remembers trying to explain to the driver that there had to be some kind of misunderstanding, some mistake. Financing, tax, title, license, payments, all taken care of already. Repo drivers rarely, if ever, drop a vehicle once they get it hooked up, ready for tow. But for some reason, on this particular occasion, the driver believed Garcia and told her,
I'm going to drop it, take your car home, and hide it until you get a hold of AutoNation.
She did. And then she found out.
My car is on a national database for repossession.
And as she started making calls and asking questions, she learned something else.
There's another lien out on my vehicle.
Wait, what? Garcia insists no one ever mentioned that to her on the day of sale. She also remembers AutoNation General Manager David Clower telling her they bought the car outright from somebody else. We left messages for Clower at the dealership, but no one has called us back. Initially, Garcia says PenFed Credit Union in Virginia held the note on the vehicle, but she also says they told her it had been sold to Security Service Credit Union in November last year. We left 2 messages for Darren Price with Security Service, but no one returned our calls. The way it stands now, Garcia says both PenFed and Security Service have apologized and insists Garcia has nothing to worry about. So, she's finally able to drive her anniversary gift again, but she's still looking over her shoulder. Now, you notice there on that video there, that last video, that another car pulled up behind the Mercedes-Benz. She said they were just doing that just so, nobody could pull in the driveway and tow it away. You can do that. Tow companies can do that as long as they're not disturbing the peace, there's no violence, anything like that. So what can you do to protect yourself from a similar circumstance? Well, you contact the bank financing to find out if it's being repoed. If you know your payments are current, contact the dealership. Paul.
All right, Andy, thank you so much. Of course, you can always call the troubleshooters or email troubleshooters@kztv10.com.